Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Travis back again here with another figure review. This time we are looking at Ooi. I think that's what that is. Ooi from the Kantai collection, Kanko. Um, Again, like I always say when I'm talking about some of these Kantai collection figures, I am not that familiar with the anime. It's really slow. But I've started collecting them, and now I can't stop. So this is another figure from that line. Of course, it is Figma. Um, I apologize for the shakiness of the video, but I had to hold it up because right now all I have is top lighting, and as you can see, I got the figure at a slant. So in order for you to see it in the box, I had to slant it up because of the overhead lighting. So anyway, as you can see, there's the figure in the box there. Get a little closer look at the figure and what she comes with, at least what she comes with that you can see in this window. Little view of the box. Of course, it has the sticker. Whether that is a sticker that tells you that this is authentic or not, I don't know. You got the Kantai symbol there. There's the top of the box. Picture of the figure, bottom of the box, side of the box there, and then we got the product shots on the back. Whoops. And then we got another product shot there on the side, but that's pretty much it. See, if I had left it like that, then you really couldn't see the figure. So I need to get some backlighting. I actually do have some backlighting, but I can't find the plug to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get her out the box and see what else she has in the package. All right, so we have her here in the clamshell, and we can see the rest of the stuff that she has. It looks like she has two faces, which we saw in the window, two extra legs, extra, what's that, a bottom piece or waist piece, some missiles, some more missiles. It looks like a little handgun there, and typical directions and stand and hands down there, and extra wrist pegs. So let's go ahead and get her out the package and see what she looks like. All right, so here we got the figure out of the packaging. Let me actually back her up a little bit so you can see her out of the way. Just the camera there a little bit. And she actually did come with these little missile things in the package. So that's how she came in the package with those on. But as I look at it, it's a nice change from what we were seeing with the other Kantai collection figures. They were kind of going with a similar theme on all of them, and we got kind of a change here with this nice, like I guess you can say olive green or forest green, a little schoolgirl outfit. And then a change of types of ships. Well, they always seem to change the ships, but don't let me start lying and start blabbering about what ship I think this is. I have no idea. Like I said, I just collect these because I had intentions on watching the anime. There's a big uproar about it, anime being started for this line, and so I wanted to check it out. But when I checked it out, it was just kind of slow. But at that point, I had already started collecting the line, so I just went on ahead and continued. Plus, you can't go wrong with some super cute anime girls. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to her accessory. So I guess you can technically call these accessories, even though these came attached to her in the box. They do pop off, and you can interchange them any way you want to. You can have those up there and have these up here if you want, and you can switch them on to the other side. What else does she have? Let's take a look at the two faces. She has a little sad face, I guess that's what that is. Sad face looking off to the side. Nicely done. Then she has like a smiling happy face with the little red rosy cheeks. That's also done very well. She has some guns here. Let me just go ahead and toss all this stuff out. Let's take a look at some of these guns that she has that are not attached to her. She has some more little missiles here. Those are nicely sculpted, nicely painted. The stuff that is painted, those go around her arms, and I will show you that in a little bit. More little missiles that go around her arm. Everything is painted. I mean, this is not painted technically. It's molded in this gray plastic, but it has a nice little sculpt there. Then we got the back piece, which is a typical Kantai collection. I mean, I guess a typical motif for Kantai collection. It seems like it's kind of you got like a gray plastic here with the bottom of the ship usually like this reddish maroonish color, and then it's just whatever ship that they are. But nicely sculpted. Not a whole lot of paint. Most of the stuff here is cast in that particular color, so not much to talk about in terms of paint there. And then we got this extra torso piece, and it's got a nice her little cute dress, and it's sculpted permanently up like this, and I'll show you why. It's for a particular pose. Why that pose is so important, I don't know. Maybe this is a move. That's her move in the show or in the manga or whatever. I have no idea. Then she comes with two pairs of legs that don't have the little ball joints for the missiles. So I guess you can display her with bare legs instead of legs with missiles, or with the missiles attached, which I guess is okay. I can't think of a moment where I will ever be using these. But I guess it's okay. You know, I would have much rather these been replaced with like some water effect parts or something like that. I don't really think these are absolutely necessary for most major collectors. They're probably just going to have her with the guns, or the missiles attached to her leg. So I'm not quite sure why they decided to add those, but it is what it is. Then she has this little handgun, which does have a little paint on it. Has a little white paint. Let's see if I can get some kind of focus there. Doesn't like it when I come in too close, then it can't focus. That's about as close as I can get. Some white paint there at the gun, I guess the nozzle, I guess you can say. But that's really the only place where the paint is. Everything else is cast in gray plastic. Of course, typical Figma stand. Then we have some hands. And I'll say this, as I'm collecting a lot of these Figmas, not just the Kantai collection, but many other Figma figures that don't have gloves on their hands, especially when they're female. Man, I got to start keeping these in the boxes, because I kind of got them like all out in a drawer, and I can't tell whose hands go with what. So yeah, I need to make sure I keep them on the tray and keep them in the box. Well, usually I keep them on the tray, but even when they're not on the tray, even when they're on the tray, I can't tell whose hands they are, because if you're just a regular white girl, these are what your hands look like with no gloves on. And then when they do put gloves on you, you have gloved hands that all look like other gloved hands. So anyway, enough of my rant. Of course, she did not come with fist hands on the figure, which is different. She came with the her open palm hands. And by the way, this is the other face that is default that she comes with in the box. So, but she did not come with fist hands, which typically they come with the fist hands in the box. She has two open hands for the gun. Then she has two clenching hands for the guns, and then two open hands, and then a trigger finger hand and another open hand. Now I will say this trigger finger hand, this particular one is not very good. The gun just kind of just rattles around in the hand. Their hand is open way too wide. I don't know if that's just my figure or if that's a standard for everybody else's figure, but that one is not very good for holding a gun. So I would typically suggest these two. They're a little bit tighter. But that's pretty much it. And then she comes with the extra wrist peg. They do give you these little fillers for the holes in her legs, so I guess the holes don't close up, so I guess that's a good thing. Not really an accessory, but it's something. But getting back to the figure here, we have Ooi. I assume that's how you pronounce her name, Ooi. So I'm gonna just say Ooi. She's really cute. She's nice little brunette, brown eyes, pretty basic, to be honest with you. She's kind of a basic bitch, to be honest with you. Not anything spectacular about her. As far as the figure goes, I mean, the paint is done really well. You're not getting a whole lot of bleed or anything on the collar or on the wrist or anything like that. Her cute little scarf there. Everything is sculpted really nicely. The pockets, the dress, all the missiles and everything. I'm going to keep this plastic on there. So I'm starting to do that now with my Figma figures. Like, I just ever since my Saber 2.0 chipped for no reason at the chest, I just started keeping the plastic on there. I don't know if it's really going to make too much of a difference, but I am. Let's get to articulation anyway. The head can look down quite a bit. She can get some side to side action there. It's a little tight on mine, but she can get it. Of course, she can do 360 degrees. Her hair, I can't say really ponytails, but her hair in the back are on Figma joints. Little tight going up, so they don't have a whole lot of range, but it does give it enough for her to be able to look up a little bit, so that's a good thing. Arms can go parallel that much. She does have a bicep swivel there at the top of the shoulder. She also has a swivel here at the elbow, so you can also use that, mainly because those elbows are made to be taken off to put on those missiles. Typical Figma ball hinge hands, if I can get it off, so that you can get a good amount of posability with that as long as you move that ball joint around. She does feel like she has a something there in the abs, but because this little jacket is a soft plastic, but it's pretty it's pretty long, so, and they don't have a cut there, so you're not really going to get much out of that. I mean, you can get about that much, but that's it. She does have a little cut here in the dress, so she can get her legs up about that much, which is good enough, I would say. She does have an upper thigh swivel. She also has a swivel cut here at this little belt where her gun is or her missiles are, so you can use that, or you can use this, so that's good. It's covered up really nicely. I like it when they do that. You can cover it up really nicely and not it's not, you know, ruining the sculpt or anything. She does get way more than 90 degrees here on the elbow, or excuse me, the knee. You have to move these out the way, of course, to when you do that, because they will run into each other. No twist there. She does get some up and down action there at the ankle, and of course, if you turn this joint around a little bit, you can actually get a natural angle, fuck it, I'm just leave these things off because they're gonna keep falling off. You can get a natural ankle tilt without moving the joint, so that's good. And of course, she has a nice toe hinge. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff on her, and it's not that difficult, to be honest with you. It is a little. What I'm going to do is I'll show you what she looks like with all her stuff on. So we'll go ahead and put that stuff on, but I am going to go off camera when I put the other torso on, just because it takes a while. I might do it on camera. We'll see. All right, so those came with her in the box. So we'll go ahead and pop her arms off. Now, what I suggest to do is when you put these on, just put them on up here, because I trial by error really here, and that'll pop off. And I would suggest keeping this at the elbow joint. Yes, it might hinder it a little bit, but the whole thing is, if you move it down here, it will be much tighter, but you run the risk of chipping paint or scratching some paint, or like permanently putting an indent into that sleeve, and I don't think you want to do that to your figure. At least I don't want to. So it's your figure, you bought it, you can do whatever hell you want to it, but I'm not going to do that. So that's how you do that. There is a loose side to it, so I guess you can push it up. If you turn it though, there is a tighter, if you spin this around, there is a tighter area on her arm. That's what I'm saying, stay away from. You're mostly going to probably have her in a static pose anyway, so you know, might as well be on the safe side and don't do it. Now I can't find my other piece, my other gun. Did it fall on the floor? Oh boy. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take this arm off. And I'm pretty ginger when it comes to taking these off. I go straight out. Don't bend or anything like that. You can pop it on pretty easy, not hard at all. I'll go ahead and move that up a little bit so it won't flop around. I'm just doing this for the video so those don't flop around, but it won't be static on there. I learned my lesson with some of my figures. Now this is an issue. This little peg is not nearly long enough for this to be securely in there, so it always falls off. Why they decided to put this little nubbin on there, I have no idea. It was just fucking stupid. It's just QC. This is just QC right here. This is QC going back and saying, hey, what the fuck is this little nubbin? No, this won't fit in her back, at least not securely. So I don't even bother putting the stand on there, because I don't know. We'll see. But I just think that's ridiculous. So you can get it up in there, but it won't stay. A little shake and it'll, you know, like Taylor Swift, it'll shake it right off. Actually, of course, now that I'm shooting this video, it's making a liar of me. There we go. Yeah, I had to shake the hell out of it, it seems like, right? Yeah, I know. It's making a liar out of me now. But it wasn't working before, trust me. Anyway, then we got that. So let's go ahead. Okay, so when she has all this stuff on, she does get, and as you can see, she's really fiddly when she gets all this stuff on. These things pop off so easily. So we'll go ahead and put her back there. Um, and I'll get her hands. And like I said, it is much easier to use these hands than this hand. Well, it's not easier, but it holds better with these hands than this hand. So, and then these hands also kind of slightly have the trigger finger. So I guess you can kind of pull it off with those hands. They are meant to hold this anyway. But because they are so tight, you have to be careful sliding this in there. Unlike me, with my big doofus hands, I can't be careful with shit. All right, so we'll go ahead and pop this hand off. Yeah, I knew you were gonna pop off. Ugh, and that thing is on there tight. And we'll pop that on there. And because these hands angle down, it's kind of an issue. So what I do is I try to maneuver the joint over to where you kind of get her. See, it's gonna keep coming out. Go in there, you bitch. There we go. And that is pretty much it. That is how she looks with all the stuff on. So let's kind of get this stuff aimed, and we can kind of get her in a pose, I guess. Somewhat, kind of, sort of, in a pose. And she can stand with this stuff on, but it takes some maneuvering, and she does kind of lean a little forward. What I like to do is put one foot back. Oh, put one foot forward. Kind of spread them out a little bit there. And as you can see, she is really fucking fiddly. God, those little pieces are just falling all over the place. Or you can just lean her up against the wall and say, fuck it. Because that's what I'm about to do. That's what I just did. Because I'm not going to sit here for 15 minutes trying to make her stand. She can stand, but it's not easy to do. And like I said, I'm going to go off camera and... fuck it. This video is pretty long already. And that falls off. Let me see if I can get this off quickly. Oh, it came off. All right. And I am just... So, what they also want you to do... is pop, I'm obviously going to pop these off, is pop off these legs. And when you're popping these legs off, to the side, pull them off to the side, not down, not up. You can maybe even, I wouldn't even do the splits and pull them off to the side straight like this, and they'll come off without breaking that joint. That's just the way I do it, and it seems to work for me. They do want you to switch her panties out. So if you feel uncomfortable changing a young girl's panties, I understand. I truly do understand. It feels a little weird. It really does. I guess I can. Oh, I guess I'll use these legs that I never had planned on using. I will say one thing about these legs. And this just might be my figure, but it seems like, for instance, this leg is in there fine. Let me see if I can get yeah, that one fits in there fine, but for some reason this one doesn't, it's gappy. It doesn't quite go all the way onto the joint. So we got like, I don't know, it won't go up in there. It's out a little bit. But technically this would be the leg that is up. So I'm actually going to take these off because I don't feel like taking out those little pegs. So, oh, fuck it. No, I'll leave these on. There is a difference between these two legs, if you notice, other than just the these two pairs of legs. I mean, other than just these having the straps on for the missiles. As you can see, the legs have little anchors painted on them, which are really cool, that are done really well. But the other leg, this one doesn't have it on this side, whereas this has it on. This one doesn't have it on this side. Technically, this is the side that I was looking at. They got the anchors. They got the anchor painted on both sides with the legs that attach the guns to them. So I don't know if that is right, or if mine is just missing the paint for the anchor. If not, then that's fine. If it is missing it, then that's a problem. If it's supposed to be there, then it is a problem. Oh, it's already a 20-minute video. I did not expect this to be this long. All right. We're going to pop off the feet because you got to pop the feet off. All right. Pop these things out. Make sure she is putting the right side on. Or you are putting the right side on, I should say. And then we're going to pop the torso back on. Once you do it the first time, it's pretty easy. And then, technically, I guess you can put this back on. I'll try it one time. If it falls off, I'm not putting it back on. Which it probably will. Actually, and technically, these arm pieces, you can pop these little turrets on there too. So you can make her have big turrets. So she has some versatility with the guns. You can switch those guns out any way you want to. So that is pretty cool. I like that. I like the versatility there. And basically this is this is the point of, yeah, I'm just going to leave that out. This is the point of this torso piece, or not torso piece, bottom piece. So she can do this. If this is a thing that she does that's important, then fine. But if it isn't, and they just threw this in here just for the hell of it, it's kind of fucking annoying. Because you can technically get this pose without actually using this torso piece. So I'm not sure why this exists. Actually, even if she does do this as some kind of stance or something in the anime or the manga or whatever, she doesn't need this torso piece to do it. She can easily do this without that piece. And as you can see, it's not the easiest thing to do. Her leg still doesn't, her leg still doesn't go up that high. So in order to even get this to be proper, you want to get her knee on the ground, and you can't really get the knee on the ground that well. I guess that's about as good as you're going to get it. Let's see if I can get her to look at the camera properly. I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get it. Guess that's okay, but do I need an extra waist piece in order to accomplish this? I don't. Not at all. And then, really, when you put on the other legs and do this, because these legs can fit the other legs can't. These legs here can't fit this waist piece. These little pieces got her all kind of wobbly. So I'm not so sure about their choice of this, but maybe this is something that they do if these are like, again, I don't know what kind of ship she is, so maybe if it's like a group of them, they all kind of do this kneel pose and they all start firing off their missiles or whatever. So I'll have to check it out and see. But anyway, that's that piece. So you know what, let me do some comparisons really quick. Not comparisons with an S, a comparison, because I only brought one of my Kantai collection figures with me from work. So let me do that. And here we have Yuki Kazi. And this is kind of the difference that I was showing you, which is it's incredible that Yuki Kazi is actually taller than her, because Yuki Kazi is little. Um, but there's quite a height difference there. I am really surprised. There is quite a height difference there. I don't know who's older in the anime, but I would have thought that she would. Oops. And as you can see, my big ass hands get in the way of everything. But I would have thought Yukikaze was younger, but maybe not. Or maybe this girl is just really short. But yeah, there she is with Yukikaze. And the big difference that you see, other than like the color scheme, is the shoes. All of like every Kantai collection girl came with these rudder shoes initially. This and one other girl that basically is the same as she is but a different head came with like these Doc Martens or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but so she's the first, so maybe that's why she's taller, because she has on those shoes. But yeah, there she is next to Yukikaze. So that's pretty much it, as I have all these pieces sprawled all over the place. As I talk, I'll go ahead and put these back on. But as I always say, when it comes to this series of figures here, that this is not something. If you're collecting this line, so be it. She's probably a necessity. I don't know. I don't know how important she is to the show. But if you're collecting the line, get her. If you like good figures, get her, because she's a solid figure. She's a cute girl. If you like collecting like little cute girls, she is that. If you like to collect girls that have missiles attached to them, she got that going for her too. I wish she would have come with like an angry face. It seems like these little girl types don't come with angry faces, because she didn't come with an angry face, nor did she come with an angry face. So I don't know. I would think if they were in battle, they would put on their battle faces or something. But I wish she would have came with some kind of angry face. Maybe that was like a good smile exclusive or something face that I didn't bother getting, because to be honest, the good smile, I don't know why I took that off. The good smile, oh, I don't know why I took it off. The good smile, like bonuses that they give you, they're usually bullshit. I mean, straight up, they're usually bullshit. They're usually not worth the upcharge that they give you for buying it from a Good Smile. So if that was an option for her, that may have been worth it. I think it would have been worth it for her to have some kind of angry face or a battle face or something. But that's just my opinion. But most of the time, I'm probably going to have her posed. Well, I'm going to say like all the time, I'm going to have her pose with her guns next to the other girls. I haven't been doing pictures lately at the end of my videos. I might start picking that back up again and doing it. So if I do, you will get some pictures of her posed with the girls that I have so far. But other than that, guys, I think she's a good figure. Like I said, if you want to collect gun girls, I think this is a good line to get into. Figma is an awesome company for the most part. And she's definitely worth the small amount of change that you pay for her. She comes with a lot of accessories, in comparison to, some of the other stuff that you get. So all these girls come with a lot of accessories. So anyway, like I said, she's a good figure. If you want her, get her. Other than that, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep collecting, stay safe, and peace out.